Hello, lovers of mysterious tailed creatures. Have you ever noticed this amazing feature of cat behavior? Your pet persistently meows at a closed door, scratches it with its paws, looks at you with pleading eyes. You get up, open the door, and the cat freezes on the threshold, turns around, and leaves as if it never intended to enter there. Today, we will solve this feline mystery and find out why cats demand to open the door for them and then refuse to go through it. If you want to better understand your fluffy manipulator, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Understanding cat behavior will not only satisfy your curiosity, but also help build more harmonious relationships with your pet, reducing mutual misunderstanding and irritation. First, let's acknowledge that this behavior is so common among domestic cats that it has become a real meme among owners worldwide. You've surely seen funny videos on the internet where cats demonstrate this feature, causing laughter and bewilderment among viewers. And interestingly, this trait manifests in cats regardless of breed, age, or living conditions. What evolutionary mechanism makes our pets behave this way? Or is it just a manifestation of their willful character? Let's dig deeper and understand the true reasons behind this strange, at first glance, behavior. To understand the roots of this habit, we need to remember the origin of domestic cats. Despite thousands of years of living alongside humans, cats have retained many instincts of their wild ancestors. In nature, wild cats constantly explore their territory, checking if something new or dangerous has appeared. For survival, they need to know all possible retreat paths and shelters. When a cat faces a closed door, its natural curiosity and survival instinct make it find out what's behind this barrier. But as soon as the door is open and the obstacle removed, the immediate need for exploration may disappear. The cat has already received the information it wanted. The path is clear. In case of danger, it will be possible to run in this direction. Now let's talk about the territorial behavior of cats. For these animals, it's extremely important to control their territory and have access to all its parts. A closed door represents an annoying restriction that contradicts their natural desire to move freely around their domain. When a cat asks to open the door, it may actually be seeking not so much access to another room as the elimination of an irritating restriction on its freedom. Once the door is open, the need is satisfied. The cat has restored control over the territory, and actually passing through the door becomes optional. It's like a person knowing they can leave the room at any moment, even if they don't plan to do it right now. Cat curiosity is another important factor explaining this behavior. Cats are naturally very curious. They are attracted to everything new and unexplored. A closed door stimulates their curiosity. What's happening there? What am I missing? However, often just satisfying the curiosity, the ability to see what's behind the door, is all the cat needed. Having received this information, interest may fade, and the cat switches to something else. This is similar to how we sometimes open the refrigerator just to see what's there, without any specific intention to take anything. Did you know that the possibility of choice is of great importance for cats? Research shows that cats experience stress when deprived of control over their habitat. By demanding to open the door, the cat doesn't necessarily want to go through it. It wants to have the ability to decide independently whether to pass or not. This is a kind of assertion of its autonomy. When the door is closed, there is no choice. When the door is open, a choice appears: to enter or not to enter. And sometimes the cat chooses not to enter, simply because now it can make this choice. Interestingly, for cats, as predators, it's extremely important to always have the ability to quickly escape in case of danger. In the wild, cats prefer to hunt where they have several retreat paths. This need to ensure safety persists in domestic cats. A closed door blocks a potential escape route, which can cause anxiety in a cat. By demanding to open the door, it seeks to restore a sense of security, to make sure that the retreat path is available. Once the door is open, this need is satisfied, even if the cat doesn't use this path immediately. We shouldn't underestimate the social aspect of this behavior either. For many cats, asking to open the door is a way of interacting with humans. When you respond to meowing and open the door, the cat receives confirmation of its ability to manipulate you, its two-legged servant. This is a form of communication and power play. The cat is asking not so much to open the door as to check if you will obey it. And when you fulfill its request, the goal is achieved. It has confirmed its status and ability to influence your behavior. Not surprisingly, after such a triumph, actually passing through the door becomes secondary. The peculiarities of cats' sensory perception also play a role in this behavior. Cats have extremely acute sense of smell. They can detect scents that humans don't even notice. When the door is closed, a cat may sense intriguing smells from behind it, but cannot determine their source. This stimulates the desire to open the door. However, once the door is open, the full spectrum of smells becomes available, and the cat can assess the situation without entering the room. If the smell indicates something uninteresting or even potentially unpleasant, the cat may decide not to enter. Similarly, cats' sharp hearing allows them to catch sounds behind a closed door, arousing curiosity that can be satisfied simply by opening the door and assessing the sound source. For many cats, the open but I won't enter behavior may be part of a game. Cats are playful creatures, and interaction with the owner often turns into entertainment. Demanding to open the door may be a way to involve you in a game, to make you react to its actions. Watching your bewilderment when it refuses to pass through the open door may be a source of entertainment for the cat. Some cats may even develop this into a whole ritual, repeating it over and over again, simply because they like your reaction and the attention they receive. Cats are creatures of habit. They value predictable routines and rituals. Asking to open the door may be part of a daily ritual of interaction with the owner, a kind of check that everything is in its place and the world is functioning correctly. This is similar to how some people check before bed if the front door is locked, even if they know for sure it is. The very act of checking calms and gives a sense of control. For a cat, making sure that the door can be opened at its request is the same form of maintaining the usual order of things. In some cases, this behavior may be related to the health and condition of the cat. With age, cats may develop cognitive dysfunction similar to dementia in humans. One of the symptoms may be forgetfulness or confusion. The cat may forget why it wanted the door opened as soon as its wish is fulfilled. Also, if the cat experiences pain when moving due to arthritis or other health problems, it may change its mind about passing through the door, assessing its strength and the necessity of movement. If such behavior appeared suddenly and is accompanied by other changes, it's worth consulting a veterinarian. It's important to remember that each cat is an individual with its own character. Some cats are more indecisive and may think for a long time before deciding to enter a room. Others may be particularly demanding and simply enjoy their ability to give commands to humans. Still others may be extremely cautious and prefer to assess the situation first before entering a room. This behavior often reflects the individual characteristics of your pet's character that make it unique and inimitable. How should you react to such cat behavior? First of all, accept it as part of the feline nature and don't get irritated. If constant requests to open the door become tiresome, you can install a cat door that will allow your pet to decide independently when to enter and exit. You can also try using door stoppers that will keep certain doors ajar. If the cat uses this behavior to attract attention, you should make sure that you give it enough time for games and communication during the day. And remember that sometimes the best reaction is just to laugh at the quirks of your furry friend. Scientists studying cat behavior note that this feature may be related to so-called monitoring behavior. In nature, cats regularly patrol their territory, checking boundaries and potential sources of danger or food. Domestic cats maintain this behavior, regularly walking around the apartment and checking various places. A closed door interferes with this monitoring process, and the cat wants to make sure that nothing important is happening in the room inaccessible to it. When the door is open, a quick glance may be sufficient for such a check without the need to enter inside. Another interesting theory links this behavior to hunting instincts. In the wild, cats spend a lot of time tracking prey, often observing potential victims from a distance, assessing the situation before deciding whether to attack or not. Asking to open the door and then observing from the doorway may be a manifestation of this hunting instinct. The cat is tracking potential activity behind the door. And just as in hunting, after assessing the situation, it may decide that the prey is not interesting enough to continue the pursuit. It's worth noting separately that cats are very sensitive to changes in air pressure and drafts. A closed door can create a pressure difference between rooms, which the cat feels much more acutely than humans. This difference can cause discomfort in the cat's sensitive ears, making it want the door to be open to equalize the pressure. However, after opening the door, the resulting draft may be unpleasant, and the cat decides not to enter the room, although its original goal, eliminating the pressure difference, has already been achieved. So, let's summarize. When a cat asks to open the door and then refuses to go through it, it may be satisfying its curiosity, asserting control over territory, ensuring retreat paths in case of danger, checking its power over you, following the territory, monitoring instinct, playing with you, performing a habitual ritual, or reacting to physical factors such as smells, sounds, or air pressure. In most cases, this is completely normal behavior, reflecting the rich inner world and complex psychology of our domestic pets. What unusual cat habits do you observe in your pets? Maybe your cat also loves this open won't enter game, or does it have other interesting behavioral features? Share your observations in the comments. Perhaps together we can solve even more feline mysteries. If you liked this video and learned something new about your furry friend's behavior, don't forget to like, share the video with cat-loving friends, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video, where we'll reveal another intriguing feature of cat behavior that will surely surprise you. And remember, what seems strange or illogical to us humans in cat behavior has deep meaning and importance for them. Understanding these features is the key to harmonious life with our mysterious and charming tailed companions.